Are you trying to build a functional fitness or CrossFit garage gym? It is overwhelming to decide what you should be buying next for your next gym equipment and what could benefit you the most. So here's our quick tip today. What you should actually have as your first piece of equipment is a barbell, pull-up bar, squat rack, and bumper plates. I'm Josh with Garage Gym Tips, and today we are going to be detailing a gym equipment list that I believe is the best to help you build strength, but also build cardio, and also won't break the bank for you either. All the links for the equipment will be down in the description down below. Most of these equipment are what I personally use. My first option that I would provide for you is a Plyo Box. A wood Plyo Box can come in different sizes, but the option I would actually pick for you is 20, 24, 30 inch. You can either buy this or you could actually DIY and build your own. Personally, I would actually probably do a DIY because you could actually probably save 70 bucks. So what does a Plyo Box do for you if you're not using it in a workout? Well, it can also improve your explosiveness, and which can translate to your squatting and having more explosiveness out of that hole. But it is also a staple for CrossFit workouts. You'll see box jump overs, burpee box jump overs, and just regular box jumps. If you did want to buy, I would actually buy Rogues, that goes for 125, or I would buy Titan Fitness, normally goes for 120. So next on our list is something that will help protect our walls, plexiglass. Why plexiglass? Because plexiglass will help when you kick up for like a handstand push-up. You won't mark up your walls like this. And also it can be good for writing your workouts on, just like a normal dry erase board. It does come off just fine. You may have to clean it every once in a while, but if you use a dry erase marker, there is no problem. So some other options are plywood or laminate. Plywood I would not go for because it can chip when you kick up, and we don't need slivers. As long as it's laminate, there's no problem with your feet sliding. Then this is a much cheaper option than going with plexiglass, but I like plexiglass over laminate because of the fact I can still write on plexiglass. Number 3 on our list is resistance bands. Why resistance bands? Well, they are such a great tool for your warm up or during a workout or after workout when you're trying to cool down. They're such a good activation for your warm up. So you could do monster walks, banded walks, squats. There's so many more options you can do instead of just doing a basic stretching or doing lunges. It also helps get the blood moving. I honestly don't stretch as much anymore pre-workout because of the fact I want blood flowing. I don't want to stretch my muscles. I'd rather leave that for the workout, just something I have personally done instead now. So during the workout, it can actually help you build strength. So with the longer resistance bands, you can do banded deadlifts, you can do banded squats, and it just adds resistance to the places where you struggle. So if you struggle in the deadlift when you're finishing a pull, that's where the resistance bands will come in. Or if you get stuck halfway up a squat, this is where your resistance is going to be higher. And for post-workout or off days, they are a great mobility tool. You can do stretches off the pull-up bar. It just makes you have activation while you're actually still stretching, makes your muscles actually still work. Number 4, and this is an option even if you're going to a gym, I still think you should have your own jump rope because of the fact it's personalized to your size instead of having to go find a jump rope at the gym. Why is a jump rope important? It's a good use for beginners because it is a good cardio tool. You can still learn how to do single unders. If you don't know how to do double unders, you can still get a good workout. Double unders are a staple in any CrossFit workout. You're gonna see it come up in the open. Any kind of CrossFit event that you want to do, they are going to come up. So the one that I personally use will be down in the description. It's a Rogue SR1. I haven't had any issues with this. It has great speed. And if you are looking to learn double unders, one of the things that I learned how to do it is just trial. So I did 100 a night if I could try, but some nights it was only 5. I just kept tripping when I started until I kind of got the rhythm down. It's a rhythm and not just like a thing you pick up and get going right away. Just keep working at it, don't give up. The reason they use this in CrossFit is it good cardio, it gets your heart rate, but it also attacks your forearms at those longer events. So that's why it's in these programming, and this is why I recommend it, because it can give you a good grip and forearm workout as well. Next, we got the med ball. This has many uses instead of just for wall balls. It can come up in a beginner's class where it's let's do med ball squats, let's do med ball cleans, because this gives you the movement patterns for cleans and squats, so you can move actually safely. Like I said, they do come up in CrossFit workouts. This will be wall balls or wall ball GHDs, but they also are used as an accessory tool when you're doing Russian twists with wall balls. They do come in different sizes. Standard in CrossFit is a 14 and 20. There is like a 10-pound option, 25 and 30 pounds. It all depends on what your goals are. If you are going for a higher level, then you would need the heavier weights. So for women, you would need the 20. For the males, you would need the 30. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you hit the like button down below. Also subscribe for more future videos on garage gym tips. Number 6 on our list is dumbbells and kettlebells. I put these two together because they are similar in movement patterns and how they're used, but they are different in some ways. So a good substitution for those lighter weights is buying adjustable kettlebells that can attach to dumbbells, or just buying adjustable dumbbells and kettlebells. This will just save space on your storage rack. But for standard CrossFit open events or competitions, you are gonna see 50s for males, 35 for women come out for dumbbells. And for kettlebells, you are gonna see 24 and 16 kilograms for kettlebells. So I do recommend buying those as standard dumbbells, but past that, you really don't need all the dumbbells because they are more just used for accessory movements like bottoms up kettlebells or bicep curls or shoulder press. You don't need all the extra weights just for that. The adjustable kettlebells or dumbbells will get you through those accessory movements. I do use these for activation warm-up. They're also very good for building grip strength. Number 7 is our gymnastics rings. So there's two different options of how you can set these things up. You can either do a low or a high. Low is much needed for what a standard athlete to build the capacity, but the high is very good if you're trying to do muscle ups. So if you can't get the high, low is still a very good option because of the fact you can still do ring dips, which will build that capacity to be able to push out of the catch position and the ring muscle up. But you can also still do some transition work for muscle ups. So with high rings, as a competitive athlete, you will have to have the capacity to do muscle ups. Options if you do have the ceiling to put rings up. I don't support the method of attaching rings to the bottom of the trusses on your ceiling. I don't agree with this. The best option is to either build a outdoor rig or buy a taller rig and then attach rings off of that. Number 8. An assault bike or echo bike. This has really been the big staple of building my cardio because of the fact of how much you can actually do with it and how many different workouts are used. You could actually use this almost every day and you wouldn't feel the effects of it, but you would actually be building your cardio. It also is a great tool outside of workouts. It's a good for warm-ups. It gets your whole body moving instead of like a rower where you're just using your legs most of the time, or a Concept 2 bike where it's just your legs. And it also can be used as your cool down, so you can actually learn how to calm yourself down with breathing. And it can also transfer to other workouts. It also helps you build a higher lactic acid threshold, and you learn how to breathe correctly. Number 9 is our sandbags. I'm not going out and recommending you guys go buy a GHD because most of the time you don't have the space for this equipment and it's just a one-off. How many times are you gonna use it per week? Sandbags are gonna destroy your lower back and back side of your legs, also called your posterior chain. Having this strength is vital in any kind of hip hinging movements like deadlifts, multiple snatches, multiple cleans, because your back is gonna get fatigued. So if you're looking to buy, the standard for most CrossFit for women is 100 pounds and for men is 150, and sometimes they're sprinkling in 200s and 250s, but let's just start with the basics and start with 100 and 150 because you're gonna build that strength up no matter what. Some of the movements I like doing with the sandbag is a sandbag hold and sandbag walks. Number 10 is the Concept 2 rower, and this is a big staple to any kind of CrossFit event or competition. You'll have to have the capacity to do this and have the correct form when you're in a workouts and if you wanna be competitive in these competitions. Most CrossFit home program will actually program this multiple times a week. So having this will help you not have to change your programming each week. And just like the assault bike, this can help you learn your breathing and build your lactic acid threshold in your legs. Number 11, and this is something that I found over the last year, has helped my shoulder health. The Valor Fitness crossover Symmetry, it's actually a good tool to help you warm up, but also is a good tool to help you with shoulder recovery after a workout and put you in a good position and mobility tool. After injuring my shoulder, this has been the key component in getting back to having the correct mobility and strength in that shoulder and putting more stability on different axes of that shoulder. Why am I recommending the Valor Fitness over the crossover Symmetry? Well, this is actually $100 cheaper than the crossover Symmetry is. It isn't much different in the grand scheme of things. Some of these pieces can be interchangeable depending on what your athletic goals and ambitions are, but I believe all these items can help your athletic goals stay alive. You don't have to buy all these at once. This is just an overall list so you have an idea of where you need to be going. So if you're buying more gym equipment, you need to have more storage. So if you're looking for a video on organization, make sure you click into this video here now. I'll catch you in the next one.